Imagine a far-right European prime minister and a young African revolutionary soldier agreeing on one bold idea. Africa must be free, not just politically but economically. Yes, you heard that right. Giorgia Meloni of Italy and Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, two leaders from different worlds, are sending the same message. Africa's exploitation must end. And while they approach it from different angles, their vision intersects around justice, sovereignty, and dignity for the African continent. Before she stepped into the highest political seat in Italy, Giorgia Meloni already had strong words for the West's involvement in Africa. In 2019, she stood in front of cameras and said what many African leaders had whispered in private for decades. The solution is not to take Africans and bring them to Europe. The solution is to free Africa from certain Europeans who exploit it. This wasn't just an emotional outburst. She specifically called out the CFA franc, a colonial-era currency used in parts of West and Central Africa, tightly controlled by the French treasury. Meloni argued that this financial arrangement traps African economies, keeping them dependent on France while enriching the global north. And when she became Italy's first female prime minister, she took action. Through the Mattei plan, Meloni proposed a $5.5 billion partnership with African nations, not to dictate or dominate, but to build real economic collaboration, infrastructure, energy, job creation, investment that helps Africa, not extracts from it. Her idea is simple. Africa doesn't need handouts or forced migration. It needs fair partnerships built on respect and mutual gain. Meanwhile, across the Mediterranean, a young leader is rising, not with promises, but with bold, tactical moves that are shaking the global establishment. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the 36-year-old interim president of Burkina Faso, represents a new generation of African leadership. He's fearless, strategic, and unapologetically Pan-African. His mission? To end centuries of foreign control and reclaim Africa's future. Where others negotiate cautiously, Traoré acts with clarity. He has expelled French troops from Burkina Faso, nationalized gold mines to keep profits in the country, withdrawn from ECOWAS alongside Mali and Niger to form the Alliance of Sahel states, a new bloc based on mutual defense and independence. But make no mistake, this is not rebellion. This is strategy. Traoré sees that Africa's vast resources, gold, uranium, oil, agriculture, have only made others rich, while the continent suffers under poverty, instability, and foreign influence. In his speeches, he doesn't just speak to Burkina Faso. He speaks to Africa. We must stop being spectators of our own misfortunes. We must take charge of our destiny. This isn't just resistance. It's the birth of a continental reset, one that demands Africa be the author of its own story. Now here's what's truly fascinating. While Giorgia Meloni and Ibrahim Traoré operate from vastly different systems, they converge on one fundamental truth. Africa is not free if its economy is controlled from abroad. Meloni, leading a European democracy, is advocating for ending exploitative models and embracing economic cooperation with dignity. Traoré, leading a revolutionary government, is cutting ties with systems of dependency and reclaiming national wealth. What unites them is a rejection of neo-colonialism, a system where African nations are politically independent but economically dependent on the same powers that once colonized them. Meloni is pushing Europe to stop exploiting. Traoré is pushing Africa to stop being exploited. This alignment, one from within Europe, the other from the African grassroots, is both rare and revolutionary. This moment matters, not just for Burkina Faso, not just for Italy, but for the entire global South. A new model is emerging, where African nations don't wait for handouts, they demand respect and equal trade. Where European nations are challenged to end exploitative policies and finally treat Africa as a partner, not a pawn. Where sovereignty is not just a flag or anthem, but real control over resources, policy, and destiny. Traoré and Meloni may not sit at the same table, but their words echo each other, and their message is rippling across borders. Africa must be free, and not just free from foreign troops, but from foreign terms. So now we turn to you. What do you think about this unexpected alignment between Giorgia Meloni and Ibrahim Traoré? Is this a sign that Africa's moment of true independence is finally here? Let us know in the comments. Do you believe more leaders, both African and European, should follow this path of mutual respect and sovereignty? Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who believes in the power of a rising, united Africa. Africa's story is still being written, and this time, it's not in someone else's ink.